Hey there guys, it's Prime Introduce here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Legacy Decepticon Leader Class Galvatron. Now if you guys haven't checked out my last video, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss a single upload. Now, when this figure was, teased to us, it was good. This was a good, clean version of Galvatron. Now, beforehand, there used to be a figure from Kingdom, which was the exact same Galvatron but just battle damaged, and that was basically it. So I think if you do want a better, just cleaner version of Galvatron, I think this is the way to go. Now, I do have a little bit of knowledge of Galvatron, G1 aesthetics and stuff, and Transformers the movie, so seeing him in the movie was actually really cool. Seeing Megatron just come back to life as a new form under Unicron, I think it is really cool. Megatron back for vengeance, his new name is now Galvatron, and again, I do like the character Galvatron. I think he is a great addition to, of course, the leader of the Decepticons. Plus, Megatron's body was starting to get a little old, so I'm glad they did this. Now to take a look at the packaging here, we do have a beautiful image of Galvatron there looking all menacing. I do love this art, man. I think Legacy does go all out on the arts and I do love it. So the box, you do got a beautiful image of that there looking really cool. On the back of the box, you do got the figure and his alternate mode in 33 stats, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you do got a matrix of leadership, which is really cool. Barcode, words and things and things. The side of the box, you do got Galvatron there and it's really cool looking alternate mode there. Again, really cool. I do love the box art, but I think that's it for the packaging. So let's take a look at, honestly, this really gorgeous figure. Now taking a closer look here at Galvatron, you can see that honestly the head sculpt, wow, the head sculpt looks amazing. I love the head sculpt. You do got the nice red for the eyes there. You do got the nice silver for the face there. Again, really G1 accurate in my opinion. It does look fantastic, but this is trying to be the Kingdom version, which it is. But again, it does look really cool. I do love that. Just going down on the figure, you see that nice beautiful Decepticon logo there. I do love that as well. Do got the red paint apps there. Again, this figure is honestly beautiful. I do love the paint apps on this guy. I think they did a great job with this. I think it's fantastic. And the only thing, I don't like about this figure, sadly, are just gonna have to be these parts right here, but that's just something I would have to talk about later. Other than that, I do love this. You do got this big cannon there looking really sick. But again, it does look really cool, and I do quite like this figure. I think he feels great, he looks great, and honestly, he looks amazing. Again, I do love the purple that they went with this. I think it does look fantastic. But what's a good Galvatron without his really cool accessories? So let's take a look at them now. Of course, taking a look at his first accessory here, we do have is his huge cannon. It does look really cool. It is very see-through, which I do like. It does look sick, and the thing is, it can't pop off if you just twist it like that, and all you simply gotta do is just plug it back in like so, and that's something you have to do right out the box. But again, it does look really cool. I do quite like this. Now for a second accessory here, we do have is a chain of the matrix of leadership. Now this I do like. Now it is unpainted plastic here, which I do hate, and I don't like how it is not movable. It's just there, but again, it is what it is. But other than that, it does look sick. I do quite like this a lot. I think it does look fantastic, man. Wow. Now take a look at this next accessory here. We do have, again, it's a really cool looking weapon. Now this can come off fairly simple, but at the end of the day, I think you want to keep this dual wield if you are going to keep him in this robot mode. I think it does look sick, and again, I do quite like this. Even though it is unpainted plastic, sadly, I still think it does look really cool. And yeah, it is a big weapon, but let's put it on him so that way you guys can see how cool he actually looks with this. Now to put on his weapon, actually what you're going to take is his hand here, and you're going to see pegs right here. Oh, that came off. Okay, all you're simply going to do is just plug it into his hand like so. It's going to be very simple. If my camera wants to focus, it is very simple, and all you're simply going to do is just plug it in like so, hopefully, right? There you go. And yeah, now you have him holding his really big weapon, and again, it does look sick. Now to put on the chain is honestly one of the hardest things to do. Like it's not even easy. Like it's hard. Like I don't even know. Again, this does look sick. I quite like this a lot. I can't really hate on it. It does look fantastic. And yeah, all in all, I think this Galvatron is honestly really cool. Just a repaint of the Kingdom Galvatron. But other than that, I think this figure does look quite sick. Now, Galvatron does stand roughly about 7.5 inches tall, so he is a really good size for a leader class. So for some size comparisons, here he is next to the let's go the Netflix version of Optimus Prime. This is honestly the most accurate G1 looking Optimus Prime I have in my collection, and you can see that these two actually do look really good together. I do actually quite like this. Even though it is not 100% accurate, I do think that they both do look amazing. And again, Galvatron just looks really sick. And honestly, for my first ever Galvatron figure, I think this Galvatron is impressing me so much. For my next size comparison, here he is next to the wannabe Galvatron, I guess. Age of Extinction Galvatron. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This looks nothing like the G1 Galvatron at all. But you know, it is what it is. You know, this is the G1 at Galvatron. This is the live action Michael Bay version of Galvatron. I guess they both do look good. You can tell right away that nothing was inspired for the Galvatron in the Michael Bay version. But again, you know, it is what it is. They both do still look good in their own way. How they both did look individually, I still think that they both do look great. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, because honestly, there's no close comparison here at all. Now for the articulation, the head is on a ball joint. He can look up that far and he can look down this far. His arm can move out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow. And he does have a wrist swivel, a really tight wrist swivel, but again, it is really cool. I do like that. Thank you very much. And surprisingly, he does have a beautiful waist swivel, a really good waist swivel. That's what I do like about my figures, having waist swivels. His leg can move out roughly about that far, and it can move back roughly about that far. Really cool. He does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and he does have a B-E-A. Beautiful ankle pivot. That is what you call an ankle pivot, but that's more for the transformation. But again, that's what you call an ankle pivot. His toe can't go up and down, sadly, so 0 out of 10. Yeah, posability on this guy is honestly not that bad. I do quite like the posability on this guy. It is not the best, but again, he does feel like a blocky figure, like how all G1 figures are supposed to feel. But again, this one feels completely different to me. I don't know. Me reviewing Studio Series figures, they feel a little bit more loose, I guess, but this one feels a lot more blocky, more sturdy, and honestly, that's something that surprised me about this guy. But again, the posability is honestly shocking to me. But alrighty guys, here's where I'm going to cut it off and show you guys his tank slash cannon mode, I guess. Anyway, here's where I'm going to cut it off so that you guys can see it. So take a look at this. Again, I think this does look cool. Even though it is not my favorite alternate mode ever, I think it still does look really cool. I do wish he still transformed into like something better. But again, I think it does look sick. And you know what? I'm not gonna hate on it. It is accurate to what I remember. And again, I think it does look fairly cool overall, especially with that huge cannon. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think this does look cool. You can see the nice paint apps here, right here, silver. It does look really cool. Again, you got the huge cannon there. Again, just going all around the figure, it does look cool. The transformation is actually pretty complex, but I think it's actually really fun, and I do quite like it, just going all around the figure. Again, you can see where the legs are and stuff, but again, it's just a simple transformation. It's not supposed to be super complex, but again, I think it does look really cool. It is hefty, in my opinion. It is a hefty boy, and that's something that's weird about this figure. This figure is honestly heavier than what I expected it to be. Again, it still does look really cool. I do quite like it, and yeah, honestly, it does look accurate. From my eyes, I think this does look really accurate. Again, just a nice detail around this guy. I do quite like this, you know? I mean, I'm not a huge G1 fan, but again, it's still good. I do like it, and it is accurate. And you know what? Accuracy is key. If accuracy is not key, then guess what? Then it's basically not the best figure of, you know, the character. And again, I think this does look cool. For my first ever Galvatron figure, I do think that this is honestly one of the best Galvatrons we've ever gotten. Now that is just my opinion. Onion. Again, I think I'm going to transform him back so that way I can give you guys my overall review and my overall grade on this guy. I think it does look cool. I think this guy is honestly an amazing figure. And I've had this figure, in my collection for a while, but I just never took the time to honestly review him. But again, I think he does look fantastic. He is fantastic, and he's Galvatron. What do you expect? But yeah, here's where I'm going to cut it off. So here's my overall review and my overall grade on this honestly really amazing figure. Alrighty guys, there you go. There you had the Transformers Legacy Decepticon Leader Class Galvatron. Now overall, I think they did do a great job on capturing how he did look in Kingdom and the G1 aesthetics. I do think that he does capture that G1, how menacing he did look. Not 100% accurate, but good enough to how he did look. And in Kingdom, he did look spot on. I think he does look amazing. Again, I do love this figure. Honestly, quite surprised. My first ever Galvatron, and this is the first impression I get. Wow, I think it's an amazing figure. So for that, I do have to give this figure a solid 9 out of 10. Yes, a 9 out of 10 on this figure. It's really, really good. But there's just one thing I don't like about this guy. So let's talk about it. Now, hate me or not, the only thing I don't like about this guy is just the tank tires in the back. Now, I know, that's just a nitpick of mine, but honestly, that's just my opinion. It's just really annoying to when you try to pose this guy, that tab does come off, and I don't even know if it's supposed to tab there. I'm not 100% sure, but overall, it's just really, really annoying, and it does get in the way, and honestly, that's just one bad thing about this guy. But other than that, I think this figure is fantastic. The paint apps are amazing. Yes, there's some unpainted plastic, but it's not, all bad. I think it does mix very, very well with the silver. I think it does look fantastic. The accessories are amazing. Again, this figure is just honestly a shock to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have one more Galvatron, and even though, he is really, really cool, and he does look almost screen accurate to how he did look in the film, just overall, I do think that this figure is just better. I just don't know what it is. I think this figure is more G1 accurate. I think that's what it is. But again, I do think that this figure is honestly amazing. But alrighty guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. If you guys haven't yet, please be sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to turn on post notifications so that you guys don't miss a single upload. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you're looking for the best Galvatron or clean version of Galvatron, I think this Galvatron is the way to go. He is amazing. He's fantastic. He's posable. Some things do tend to get quite annoying, but other than that, I think this figure is honestly amazing, and I do recommend it 1000%. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. This has been Promise Reviews, and that has been the great Galvatron. Remember to stay calm and keep moving on, so I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one. Hey, so Galvatron, I have this really funny joke for you. So, wait, what's this? What's going on?
Where is he? I know he's with you somewhere. So where is he?
I'll never talk.
That's fine. Let's just make it official.
Screw you.